go. Alright, so we're looking now at a rotation, which is our next transformation. These can be a little bit more difficult than the others, simply because you need more information. So remember, for the translation, they just had to tell us the vector that it translated. And for the reflection, they had to give us the shape and the mirror image line. Okay, so that's all. They've only given us 2 pieces of information. For rotation, they have to tell us the angle that it needs to be rotated. They have to give us a center and obviously tell us that it's rotated. Now, I've given you all a piece of tracing paper. In an exam, if you feel that you are being asked to rotate something, or your question looks at rotation, you may put your hand up and ask for a piece of tracing paper. I find it very amusing when there is no rotation in there, but someone in the room puts their hand up and thinks that they might ask for a piece of tracing paper, and then you see 15, 16, 17 other people think, oh, perhaps I should have a bit as well, and they don't actually need it at all. So only ask for a piece of tracing paper if you think you need one. Okay? And not just because your mates just ask for one, because they might just be doing something.
It's like an effect that everyone does it. You're just like, oh my god.
I know, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. No, just can you just listen? You should have done it. Oh, got the winners. Alright, so we had a discussion when we went in here. Alright, so we need to know the angle of rotation and the center of rotation. Those of you watching yourselves with your jumper on, I've got 0, 0. Now, if the angle of rotation is a positive value, then you're rotating in an anti-clockwise direction. It sounds weird. Okay, so if your angle is positive, it indicates that we're going in an anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction. It tends to be more now that rather than just give a positive or negative value, they actually tell you clockwise or anti-clockwise, which is much easier because it causes less confusion. So the center of rotation is important because it does alter the image of the figure. Now, these are 2 examples. Here's my original shape. If my center of rotation was this blue one, if we were rotating it 90 degrees anti-clockwise, you would end up with this blue shape here. If this black shape here was rotated with this as its center, the red one, then your figure would actually be over here. So whilst some people think, well, it's really easy, it must be really easy, it's actually the center of rotation makes it a little bit more challenging and super important that you get the correct point. Now, sometimes they will say about the point given, so they may show you where the center of rotation is. Sometimes they will give it to you as a coordinate, so you need to make sure you know your coordinates, which value comes first, how you actually got that point. Sometimes they use the word origin. If they use the word origin, do you know where the origin is? Pardon? The center, or in other words, which coordinates does it have? 0, 0. Yeah, so if they use the word origin, that's where they're talking about. I think I'll go through the process in this one. So in order to carry out rotation, is use tracing paper. I don't think I said, yeah, that was just a picture to show that the centre is important. So, as I say, you can't take it in, but you can ask for it. So, you're going to use your tracing paper and copy the figure you need to rotate. Also mark on the tracing paper where the centre is, and draw an arrow from that centre of rotation just sticking up. Now the reason I say that to draw it on the tracing paper is that where that arrow starts from, you're going to look to see, you're going to move that arrow to your finishing point. Oh gosh, that really wasn't well explained. Let me talk about this. Now this paper is quite small, I think, isn't it? This page is small. So here is what I mean. So here's my original shape. You put your tracing paper on the top. You draw around your shape. La la la. You put an arrow just pointing up on your tracing paper, okay? Then, for example, if we were rotating this shape 90 degrees anti-clockwise, I would have my tracing paper, I'd put my pencil point on my rotation point, and when I turn my paper, my tracing paper arrow will end up pointing this direction. That tells me I know I've gone 90 degrees. Do you understand what I mean now and why we have the arrow? Yes? So originally it was pointing up. Now my arrow is pointing left, so I know it's gone 90 degrees anti-clockwise. And my diagram that I drew on there is sitting here. So then it's like, well, how do I get that shape from my tracing paper onto my actual exam paper? Well, this is where you can either press hard and then lift it up and see where those marks are. Or if you wish to, you can shade on the back of the tracing paper before you do the rotation. And when you draw over your shape, pencil markings will come on to the paper. I think the pressing hard is enough. You can normally see. And generally what's going to happen is they will generally be on grids. And so you know that if this is all on proper grids, then when you rotated it, your shape will be on proper grids. So even if it's shifted slightly, you will see where it ends up. Yes? Look the faces. All right. First thing is that we actually have a practice at one of these. So in your, I haven't done one on here. So in your exercise book, remember those things that we've never used? Can we find them? There's two things.